Hello. Today is early morning Tuesday, December the 21st, just 4 days away from Christmas. I'm Ivan Pozo-Illas, otherwise known as Atrayo. I'm an angelic oracle imagineer, basically a clairvoyant that channels or more or less writes as a form of automatic writing about with the angels, you could say, voice in a way, or their message. I'm also an inventor through conceptual designs that are also clairvoyantly as channeled material. That's the Imagineer part, sort of like the Disney Imagineer, but in this case it's more of a spiritual thing for all of society. I've done over about a little bit over 212 concepts these past 11 years on my blog site of Trails Oracle for numerous industries, from policy to military to business to charity. So that's something, if you guys would be interested in, is on my website, which is jewelsoftruth.us. All my links are there and to my blog site. Today's statement is from what I blogged a couple days ago on the topic of faith. Not unlike the other one I did about maybe a week ago, called the 5 W's of faith. I guess the angels want me to talk about faith again. This is statement number 2375 or 2375. I've been doing automatic writing, channeling the angels. It's sort of a dialogue for the past 21 years. Sort of like the Course in Miracles was automatic writing by a psychologist that was channeling, as she said, Christ. Who am I to say otherwise? So I've been channeling for 21 years numerous angels, maybe over a dozen. And they're spiritual guides, teachers, maybe even scholars, because they go into many mystical, metaphysical aspects. So the title for this statement I put on my blog site is called "A Faith Like No Other Becomes of God Itself." So this statement is 4 paragraphs long. And let me start it off. Everyone that practices a faith in a personal relationship with the divine holy presence will not be dismayed. Be it as a monotheist or polytheist religious tradition, the Creator can be experienced within all imagined interpretations immaculately through infinity. For God is entirely inclusive in how His infinite spiritual children can experience the divine through every precious form of benevolence. The absolute nature of God being true forever is understood best through a circular paradox, allowing totality to blossom with contradictions in order to provoke the blessed to erupt frequently throughout creation immemorial. Each eruption of a blessed good act reveals the nature of a living, richly abundant God to all that know of life and death. The miraculous expresses the presence of God to awaken to the sublime sacred beauty of each one's divinity held in dearest esteem, revealing the perfect and pure will of God for all to experience as the majesty of the supreme heaven on this world, the earth. This allows all who worship God lovingly in faith to be set free from the shackles humanity places on itself in seeking eternal dominance. We collectively become plugged in as souls of God to experience a reassuring tenderness of our celestial parental Creator. Not to fret overtly, because all things of circumstances are temporary, as the good, neutral, and bad outcomes, like the carousel of life and death, We are on a turnstile moving through existence in a circular fashion. Those that come to terms as best as they can will surely experience the sublime peace of God upon the world through a faithful worship. All anxiety is merely fear manifesting itself to an under-disciplined psyche that through metaphysical surrender paradoxically encounters liberation as a merciful conundrum of exchange upon this physical reality for the abundant divine one. Unite constantly with the presence of God in your local surroundings, in associations with others, and in your isolated circumstances as well. This is often called the path to the silent witness of internal mindfulness in being centered by a detached mental and emotional manner from all things collectively. Such an emptied state of spiritual being shall paradoxically fill your cup of life to overflowing with the divine health we all deserve in mind, heart, and body. We begin to mirror our divine state as spiritual beings having a natural human experience. Here, we have one foot in heaven and another upon the earth, married in purposeful unity, being engaged in both without denying the needs and wants of the other through the paradox of emptiness. Amen. And I sign it with my name. And that's about it for this statement, 2375 on the topic of faith. And like I mentioned earlier, if you wish to learn more about my what I do, my writings, I have over 500 of these statements starting from 2005 until now. My blog site, like I said, has been around for 500 years, and those statements are freely available, just like which I call the Jewels of Truth series. And I have 3 books out, paperback, Kindle, Nook, PDF, available anywhere online, Amazon, Barnes & Noble. And the concepts, I call it Gems of Opportunity, also freely available on the blog site. And my website is jewelsoftruth.us, and again that's jewelsoftruth.us. And please like the video if you've watched it up to this point. I appreciate it. And also please subscribe to the YouTube channel. So thank you very much for watching, and have a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, and also Happy Kwanzaa for those of you here in the States. Alright, bye-bye.